Hi, everybody. I hope that you are having a fantastic day. And today, I'd really like to talk about the significance of waiting. Waiting is such an odd experience because it can range anywhere from casual, like waiting in a moving line, to nail biting, where you were watching a show and they left you on a cliffhanger, so you really want to see what happens next, to quite frustrating when it feels like you've been waiting for something for a really long time and nothing's happening. It feels like you're waiting in vain, like Bob Marley once said, right? Waiting is just an odd experience. And yet, it is a really important experience because it really builds character through developing our patience muscle and our trust muscle. And I really know that some of us really need to go back to the gym for that one, myself included, because I really need some muscle building there, right? But what makes waiting such an odd experience is the fact that it puts us in a situation where we've already done our part. So it's not something that's necessarily up to us. Instead, we just have to be patient, stop, and sit and look at what the outcome will be after we've put out the effort and already, made the necessary input into a situation. And this process is something that the anticipation, the lack of uncertainty that it brings, it can really cause us to feel choked, it can cause us to feel a particular way that we don't like. It's really unique to waiting, right? And I don't know if you remember, but in the very second video that I ever posted, I spoke about the significance of repeating an action until we have a successful outcome, right? And in my case, it was that I wanted to submit a particular application and I had to keep going back to the drawing board, keep redoing it, keep revisiting it until finally on my third attempt, I was successful, right? But what I failed to account for was the amount of time that waiting can bring between you putting in that effort and that initial input and you actually getting a response for what you had put out, right? That waiting time can vary anywhere from partially instantaneously to some really, really, really long times. And what can happen for me is that it creates such a dreary feeling, such a heavy feeling. It's something that I just have to pull myself out of, because if I stay in it, I just go back down, right? And I'm sure that a lot of you can probably relate to that type of feeling with your own waiting experiences. But thankfully, the silver lining is that waiting is not permanent. Waiting is temporary, it lasts for but a time, right? And with that, we know that if we did whatever it is that we needed to do, then we just have to wait and trust that time will unfold as it should, that God will make whatever needs to happen, and that all things will work out for our good, right? So, with all of that, I just want to say that whatever you're waiting for, I know how the waiting feels. It's long, it's frustrating, it's tedious, but it is only temporary. And if we are strong and if we remain of a good courage, things will work out exactly how they need to for us. So with that, have a great day. I hope that your waiting season goes by swimmingly and that the Lord blesses you and keeps you.